right. Good. Well, not good evening. Happy witching hour, y'all. I wanted to get this particular live out the way after we got through the BS. So I wanted to have a detailed conversation about witchcraft and magic and love spells and love work. And so, I just got done eating a delicious dinner late at night. Um, and I thought I would come on here and speak about this. I personally feel very passionate about this topic. And I want to talk about, yeah, I am addressing scammers. I am. And you know what? They are scammers, in my humble opinion. They are scammers. These are people that will swear by their domination, love magic. Oh, I can get some calamus and some cloves, and I can make a person love you. And this is not only disgusting, but I think that it creates mental illnesses for people. And those are, when I talk about love magic, and when I talk about love magic, and when I talk about the manifestation of love, I don't just speak from a place of telling somebody what they want to hear. I speak from a place of personal experience. Okay. I have been the person that has made a mistake. And sometimes I want to take y'all down this rabbit hole real quick. Being surrounded by people that are constantly playing around with witchcraft and constantly trying to like induct themselves into the lives of other people. When you're dealing with that, all kinds of willy wonky things can happen. And I think that even throughout history, women and witches have been faced with having to perform witchcraft and love spells and bindings, especially when it comes to women, when it comes to preventing abuse. Okay. Love magic actually is something that was done during times. Love magic was actually done during times of necessity. And it was, done to soften up a man because, when men were given rights to harm a woman, they exercised those rights thoroughly. Okay. Not all of them. There were some women that were lucky enough to have a good man in their life and it wasn't necessary. But I've been the person. Hold on. I've been the person that has had to sit in reverse love binding magic. You know what I'm saying? Uh and so I understand making the mistake of doing that, okay? But what I want to say to people and practitioners, what I want to say to people is that witchcraft cannot be utilized to make somebody love you or stay with you. This is primarily what I want to talk about. Hold on a second, though. Hold on. Okay. This is something that you cannot do with witchcraft. You cannot force somebody to stay with somebody, and you cannot force somebody to love somebody that they don't love. You cannot do it. It is not going to happen. And it just is what it is. And I've noticed that this has been extremely popular when it comes to men and their relationship with magic. Okay, like for example, getting vengeance on someone because they left you. Getting vengeance, the last thing that anybody should be thinking about would be vengeance if somebody walked away from you and left you. That's not the appropriate response to that. And I want to warn people about doing that, because guess what you're doing? You are stopping and you are preventing yourself. Now, for me personally, if you are not a person that wants to live a real life, this is the life that you came in to this world, the destiny that you have chosen. Okay. You did not come into this world choosing a lot of the stuff that has happened to you. Those are things that has been chosen for you. The misery, the abuse, you did not choose that. That's a lie. That's a lie. When somebody tells you that, they are lying. When you came onto this earth, when you incarnated onto this earth, you came into this earth to be happy and blissful. And earth is not hell. Okay. I can't stand it when people say that. I think that there are certain realities that are created for certain groups of people who go for that crap. Okay. I think that there are some people who are literally trapped in a reality of hell that is on this earth. And I think that that is on them. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. All right. I believe that earth is to some people a paradise, but to some people it is a paradox. And I believe that you choose that reality that you live in. I do. I believe, well, let me just put it like this. I believe that there's a lot of people where that choice is being made for them, but I think that there's a lot of people that don't realize that you can choose the reality that you live in. A lot of people don't understand that, and they never understand that. So when it comes to a lot of the weird patriarchal values and people that feel some type of way about this and that, especially when it comes to what I've been talking about, which has been misogyny, slavery, colorism, all of those isms and stupid stuff that people that live within a paradox accept, and they actually either they are predicating it, accepting it, or they just don't realize that they have a better choice. And I think it's important for people to understand that. I think it's very important for people to understand that. So then also, when the reason why I do not like to, and I do not do love spells for people to make someone love them, because the foundation of that is fixation and obsession, and that's it. A person becomes fixated on a person, and then they want to create something that is not destined and that person did not choose. I don't know if you guys ever saw that episode of Charmed. I think was it Charmed? No, no. It was actually an episode of Supernatural. And if you guys remember, was it Sam? No, it was Sam. Sam had a witch or somebody that was practicing witchcraft, but I think it was a demon or something that had given her some kind of potion to give to Sam because he wanted to distract Sam or whatever because he had some other type of stuff going on. And so, but I think that this witch actually really did want Sam. He gave her like this love potion that she had to give to Sam like every 12 or 24 hours forever. Like, that's ridiculous. If it is meant for you to be with that person, you do not have to do something every day, every 24 hours. Like, you do not have to do that. Like, if you're meant to be with a person, they're going to come to you, right? And there are certain love workings, but mainly and primarily the love workings that I am familiar with as an authentic witch and shaman has a lot to do with healing. However, it is not to target a person for any reason, whether or not it's for positive or negative reasons. You should never target a specific person and say, I want that person right there to love me. And I want that person to be with me and stay with me. Sure, you may get a booty call out of the situation, especially when it comes to women. If you're a man that operates that way and you're trying to play around with magic, let me tell you something. You may get a booty call out of that woman. You might get lucky. But for that woman to actually stay with you, no. That and you can't go around saying she's a whore just because she doesn't want to stay with you. A woman sleeping with you doesn't mean that she loves you or that she wants to be with you. She can even love you and care about you after she sleeps with you. But that doesn't mean she actually wants to be with you. That doesn't mean that she's in love with you. That doesn't mean that she can care about you, but that doesn't mean that she wants to be with you. That doesn't mean that that is what even is meant to freaking be. So a lot of men, let me tell you something, the prevalence of men practicing witchcraft is ridiculous. It really is. And since the dawn of time, witches and women have had to protect themselves from men playing around with witchcraft. And you shouldn't do that. You do not play around with love magic. This is one of the reasons why I believe so many men die of heart attacks and strokes. It is not advisable. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is the fact that, and this is not anything that's new age, this is not new age, okay? This is something that has been around since the dawn of time, which has something to do with reality shifting, quantum jumping, quantum shifting, things of that nature. It's been around since the beginning because our world is made up of so many different realities created. That's just like I saw a video. I didn't look at it, I didn't open it up, but it stated these men are a danger to women and children. I didn't open it up. It had a bunch of views on it. You know why I didn't open it up? Because there's no men around me at all that are a danger to women and children. Even if that man was suspected, even if let's say that it was my daughter's maybe my daughter's boyfriend or whatever. I'm a witch, and so if there were any danger, that danger would never play out because I know how to protect my kids. I know how to protect my family and my loved ones. Okay. So, but I didn't look at it because I thought, I said, well, damn, what reality do they live in? Because everybody doesn't live in that reality where men are a danger to women and children. Like, for you to say that is like a generalization. And clearly that is coming from a place of dysfunction. You just can't say men in general are a danger to women. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have to be careful when it comes to your reality being artificially created through social media, which is what makes it real in your mind. And now you're taking it and running with it, and you're constantly creating it based upon someone else's dysfunction. Um, I want to say this to men: you cannot make a woman love you, and you cannot make a woman obey you through witchcraft. You are being watched heavily. This is for me, for women too, misinformed women. But mainly, I think this is popular for a lot of men. You are being watched while you're doing that. It's called the gatekeepers. There is always going to be gatekeepers in magic. You cannot get past them, and you cannot get around them. They are watching you, and they don't like it, because what you're doing when you do something that causes a ripple in time, when you do that, you are messing up what is called the balance. And people have been trying to do that for centuries, trying to mess up the balance. That's why they stopped doing arranged marriages. Hello. Why do y'all think that that happened? Do you think that it was just the people that decided that? No, it wasn't. It was the gods that did that, because arranged marriages hurt people. Arranged marriages are bullshit. They're not natural. They're not connected to nature. And it just is what it is. Why do y'all think that polygamy is illegal? Why do y'all think that all of these things are like this? It is because it messes up the balance. Okay. I understand that in the world that we live in, there's a lot of people that have a lot of sexual perversion. Everybody talking about having threesomes, doing something freaky deaky. It does mess with the balance. It does. And years ago, I liked that movie called what's the name of that movie about the porn industry? This was like 20 years ago, had to have been close to 20 years ago, with Woody Allen in it. No, not Woody Allen. What is that dude's name? That it's the story about the dude that created porn and stuff and made porn real popular. I can't think of the name of it. But that was back in the day before I grew up, and then I started to realize how harmful porn is. Porn is very harmful. I do not suggest anybody watching or looking at porn. Now it's funny, it's an oxymoron, some of the things that have happened to me, and I am totally against porn. Okay. And so, and so are my gods, so are my spirits, and anybody that is trying to create pornographic material of me to be shared is to be cursed. You are cursed. It just is what it is. And if you don't like it, stop looking at me. Stop looking my direction. Go walk in the other direction fast, because it just is what it is. Everybody has the right. Witchcraft does not give you free reign to tell somebody what to do with their mind, body, and spirit. And if you are working any kind of love magic on anybody, and your love magic results in that person rejecting you, and I'm talking about telling you, I'm not talking about, that person, maybe maybe they're like busy or whatever. I'm talking about when a person verbalizes to you, I do not want you. I am not interested in you, especially if it's a witch, especially if it's a seer, somebody that can see what you're doing, they can sense what you're doing, and they reject you. At that moment, that is when you are to stop and don't go any further. because the gatekeepers are watching you, and there are many. And you can sit up there and complain, complain, complain about all you want. Oh, I'm so mad and I'm so upset. I'm a man. I'm a man, and I want these women to do what I want them to do, and it's too bad. What you're going to end up with is a heart attack or a stroke, because you should not mess with people that way. It is foreign. You are literally a foreign object to that woman. You are literally a foreign object to that woman. That woman does not want you. It is not meant for you to be with that woman. And especially depending on your behavior, your energy, and who you are and what you represent, you need to leave that alone. I am warning any man. And you can think, oh, I'm a man and I can conjure up this energy, but see, you'll get knocked down. I'm just telling you, you will get knocked the hell down by the divine feminine and the divine masculine. You are being watched. Witchcraft itself is gatekept. Okay, we see a lot of people saying that hoodoo is a closed practice. So is witchcraft, especially when it comes to love magic. You are permitted to do maybe reunion magic, but if you've tried it over and over again, and you've been trying and trying and trying for 2 or 3 years to get back with this person, every time you light a red candle to get back with that person is saying, hey, I don't want you. End of story. Okay. If you don't see any movement on it, that pretty much means stop and don't go any further with it, because you are trying to mess with the threads of time, and you are also trying to interfere with that person's personal rights and choices. And if a person does not want to be with you, if they don't communicate with you, if they have you blocked, if they're not speaking to you, if they have made it perfectly clear, I want nothing to do with you, there is nothing, nothing, nothing that love magic or reunion magic can do for you. Now, if there's certain issues and problems and situations that are within a current relationship, witchcraft is definitely a go-to, especially if your relationship is under attack. Typically when a relationship is under attack, okay, this is how you can tell if somebody is for you. Okay, everybody's relationship can be placed under attack, especially if you have a freaking YouTube channel or a freaking Facebook and you're taking photographs with your man or whatever and you're putting it out there. So you can be subject to random attacks, right? Okay, a random attack is not, if okay, let's say you're in a situation with a person or you're filling them out, and every single time somebody attacks your relationship, that person becomes extremely abusive, right? If it's meant to be and your relationship is under attack, if that is the right man for you or right person for you, they are not going to become abusive unless they are on next level possession. Okay. But it's still, let me tell you something. I have seen many, many, many possessed people, and love is so powerful that even under possession, love beats the demon. So if you are a person that is claiming that somebody did a breakup spell on us, and I'm abusive, and I'm wilding out, that's no, that's not the person for you. So we can so but in a situation to where you have a decent relationship with the person that you're meant to be with, and somebody's throwing negativity and the person may become a little distant, then that's when you'll say, okay, what needs to be healed, what needs to be addressed. Not, oh, you bitch, you hoe, you skank, I'm gonna kill you, I hate you, you're a bitch. And no, nobody that is meant for you, even under circumstances of extreme levels of possession, is going to do that to you. We're talking about romantic love here. Okay, nobody's gonna do that to you. A man or a woman that if that relationship is meant to be, that toxicity is not going to be there. Otherwise, I mean, you can, I mean, a man and a woman can go back and forth and they can cuss each other out. You know, we've seen depictions of, I think it was Sanford and Son, on Sanford and Son, when that one lady had like a sexual beef with Sanford or whatever. You know, we can watch depictions of that and claim that when two people are in love, they're going to have this beef with each other, but that's bullshit. Real love is real love. If you are really romantically in love with a person, you are never going to do anything to hurt that person. You are never going to say anything to hurt that person. That's how you can tell the difference. Nobody that is in love with somebody is going to be cussing them out, beating them, beating their head up against a fucking wall. You can kiss my ass with that. No, that's not love. That's something else. That's a setup. That's an establishment. Okay? That's you living in some kind of paradox that you have been taught is love in it, but it's not. Okay? I'm just telling you. When a person loves you, and romantic love is romantic love. I know people who have been together for years, and yeah, they disagree. You can have a disagreement with a person, but nobody's cussing that person out. Nobody's no lovers, actual real lovers, they love each other even when they disagree. There's no knockdown, drag out, nothing. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Sometimes my significant other, he goes to bed without calling me and telling me good night. He does that sometimes. Do I like it? No. Am I gonna wake up the next morning and cuss him out because of it? No, I would never do that. I would never do that. I love him so much I forgive him for anything. That's love. That's when you love somebody. Okay. Toxicity, all that mess, that's narcissism, that's fake, that's fraud, that's gonna kill somebody. That's gonna take somebody off of this earth early. It's going to kill people. It kills love. It causes inflammation. It causes diseases within the body. That's not real love. Nobody wants that. Nobody has to accept that. So when you step in to witchcraft and you think you're going to create, you think that you, a person that is totally dysfunctional, right? You are totally dysfunctional. You think that a person is supposed to do what you say, even though they don't agree with you, and there's literally nothing that you have in common with this person. It's just it ain't supposed to be there. It's just it doesn't, it's not even supposed to exist, and you're trying to make it exist and it doesn't. You cannot do that with witchcraft. And the gatekeepers are watching. There are witchcraft and hoodoo and voodoo are three different things. I personally prefer witchcraft. I am a witchy type of person. Yes. Do I feel that witchcraft is more powerful? Absolutely. Than voodoo or hoodoo. I do. I believe that. And religion. So you just, it is what it is. Okay. Um, you are never going to make somebody love you or stay with you with witchcraft. You're not. Okay. Especially when you're speaking in terms of a witch. You may, if it's a regular girl, a regular woman, you may be able to try that for a while. But if I had $1 for every woman that came to me that was in that situation, which I do, I've made many dollars as a witch helping women. So, and they always come to witches for help. Even if they don't tell you, they ain't got to tell you. Okay. Nobody wants a man like that. Nobody wants a partner like that. Okay. Somebody that feels like, oh, let me knock you upside your head a couple of times and rewire your brain, give you brain damage, and that'll make you love me. No, no. In fact, you're not deserving of love. You need somebody to put you down like a rabid dog. That's a fact. What are you doing? You're creating a bunch of drama, is what you're doing. It's just drama and chaos. Otherwise, you're not magical. You're not powerful at all. You can think that you are, you can think whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you have no power whatsoever. Witchcraft is very complicated. You can scream and yell, and you can have 20 pounds of poppy seeds. It's not going to make a difference. By the way, like, it doesn't take 20 pounds of poppy seeds to get rid of chaos. As a witch, I can take a pinch of poppy seeds and I can send chaos back to your left eye and make it twitch. I don't even want to hear it. We got way too many men out here in social media. And you know what you're doing? You are keeping people. And some of these men, I'm going to be honest with you, some of these men and women don't deserve to have love in their life. Let's just keep it real. They're too fake. They're too fake. They're too abusive. It just is what it is. I don't believe that many people deserve love. I believe that some people just need to accept that you are either asexual or something, or and you but barely even need to be around people, let alone trying to love somebody. We don't accept your rhetoric. We don't accept this sick, twisted version of love. Me and Aphrodite is one of the gatekeepers. You are not going to be allowed to do it. Let's talk about Black men trying to utilize the spirit of slavery to hold on to a Black woman or any woman. Not going to happen. The ancestors are going to continue to drop kick your ass. I don't care how much racism is in the world. Racism will probably exist in this world forever. It doesn't matter. You can sit here and you can watch all these videos of Karens and calling people niggers and stuff like that. It's not going to matter. When you step into the real world of witchcraft, you will get ding schming blinged. You are not going to ever succeed in anything that you're doing, and you're lucky to be alive. You're lucky to be alive. I done seen people, I've sat and watched rituals of people, and not on YouTube, but I've sat and watched rituals of people that will take a cow heart, the heart of a cow, and try to do this domination, devastating love work on a person. I've had it done to me. I've had people try to use a cow's heart to try to get me to love them. Guess what? They ended up in the goddamn hospital. I ain't seen no hospital. You gonna end up in the hospital. Okay. That's the way that it should be. Nobody is prepared to throw away their lives like y'all are. The people that are looking for scammers. Nobody wants to throw their life away. They want to live their real life. Let me tell you the best way to do it. You need to step out of that reality. You need to get, you need to create a better reality or become a part of a better reality. And you need to open up the roads so that you can be with the person that you're destined to be with. That is the only love magic that is being supported. Otherwise, it's going to backfire on you. You can take 20,000 hearts of cows. You can poke them with needles and stomp on them and do whatever it is that you think that you're doing. And you're just going to fail miserably. Okay? And I've had an increase of men that have came to me for consultations here lately, and I have ran down to them and explained to them when it comes to their love life how it works. Do not ever, don't be persuaded by these scammers in social media, because you know what? The work that you pay for is the work that you're responsible for. I would never set you up for failure like that. I would never do work for somebody that I know is obviously dangerous for them and their personal health and their life, right? Never. I would never do that to a client, okay? Now, you go to these practitioners and you get all this dirty bird work done on a person that you are now looking at, and you are setting yourself up for sickness and death. Do not do it. Do the work the correct way. And the way I've spoken about it is the correct way. Otherwise, when it comes to social media, we all know that all of the people that are doing a lot of wrongdoing are given upfront airplay. They are. And that is because people have a negative relationship with witchcraft. They don't have a good relationship with witchcraft. One thing I can tell you is that I really, really, really respect the practitioners. I take them seriously. The ones who don't agree with that type of love magic or that type of targeting of a person. You're going to make that person love you, no dice, no dice. You're going to make that person be with you, no dice. Now, if there's already love there and established, that's different, period. And those practitioners that feel that way are very smart and they're very genuine. Okay. No, I cannot make somebody love you. What I can do is make you love yourself. That's what I can do. No, I'm not going to curse a person that doesn't want to be with you. No, I can curse you. Don't do that. Don't ever try to curse somebody because they don't want to be with you. That's pathetic. Think about it. What do you think, witchcraft is pathetic? What do you think, witchcraft is some place or space for you to go to be pathetic? Get the hell out of here. There is one thing about witchcraft, and the I in which means integrity. The I in which stands for integrity. I believe the C is cunning. The W is wise. You do not do that. I want people to stop allowing themselves to become scammed. Also, if you're seeing people in social media talking about demonic children, run, run. Do you understand me? Run. Okay, that person is into some sick shit and you want to run in the other direction. Just on the side note. Okay, because if you want to talk about demonic children, hell, look at all of us are demonic. Everybody is demonic. What do you think daemon means? It means divine. We are of the earth, we are of the universe. We're all demonic. Okay, it's getting to a point where it is becoming so redundant. The ignorance, it gets on my nerve, in fact, to the point where, especially when it comes to the black area of witchcraft, it's so annoying. Marie Laveau, if she were dead, would be rolling over in her damn grave. I am disgusted by a lot of what I see sometimes when it comes to the online community when it comes to Black people. Like it is absolutely ridiculous. Just saying. And you know what? I am of good authority to say that I am tired of it. I really am. Some of the stuff I be seeing around here. Okay. Yeah. So, but back to what I was talking about. Witchcraft is gatekept. The gatekeepers are always watching you. Um, you are being encouraged to find the one that is on your destined path, the one that is going to complete you, the one that is going to be for you. You are being encouraged, no matter how old you are, you are being encouraged to do that. The sooner, the better. Okay. Otherwise, ooh, that pop made all that fizz and had no fizz. Anywho, you're not supposed to do that. Especially, y'all got to understand that there are a lot of people out there doing reality shifting work, destiny work. You're trying to do work on this one specific person, and then you end up getting attacked, and you wonder why, because of your fixation, your obsession on this one person. You're literally fighting with another person, and you will lose. You will always lose. Then also, there's no competition. Is it her or me, or is it him or me? No, that's not the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? People, there is no competition when it comes to love. It's either love or it's love. Oh, I'm better than this person, and I no, 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 nope. You are sadly mistaken. I think the spiritual community has caused a lot of people to become very delusional. I think witchcraft sometimes, just like when it comes to religion, causes people to become very, very delusional. And you're delusional. And we see you doing it all the time. We see the men doing it all the time, trying to light candles on a woman, rolling the dice. When they say rolling the dice, and then making a video to that woman. No, 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 no. That woman is with somebody. Okay? She does not want to be with you, especially if she's like I have seen some of the most ridiculous things that people do. It is just absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? And you're it's dangerous. It is, because I'm gonna tell y'all what Aphrodite is about. And I swear to you, Aphrodite is not one to mess with. Aphrodite is a gatekeeper. Do not mess with her. Oh God, please don't mess with Aphrodite. Aphrodite has stated that if anybody messes with the love that you want to be with, or you are meant to be with, that can lead to your death. That can lead to your death. That can lead to you dying. People that have never actually opened up their heart and loved somebody has no idea how it feels to be ripped apart from the person that you love and that loves you. Last year, my significant other went out of town for like not that long. And he had some business to take care of, and I don't think I ever missed somebody that much in my damn life. I couldn't imagine being away from him permanently. So people that don't know how to love and don't have the ability to love, they're sick. Go figure it out. Love yourself. Hey, Stefan, love yourself. Go love yourself. I love myself to pieces, to the moon and back. You know what? I even do self-love work sometime. That's good for you. Even though I don't think I need it, I still do it. One thing about witchcraft is that it's very honest. Oh, Stefan, you are so funny. I love Applejack cereal. Thank you. I think I'm gonna get some of that from the store. I'm gonna get a big bag of it too in my regular Reese's Puffs. And did you hear that I'm making homemade fudge? Yeah. Stop with the love spells trying to make somebody love you. Stop with the attacks. You can't force somebody to love you. It's not meant for you to be with that person. That person does not want to be with you. You make them sick, actually. If you literally make a person feel sick inside, pretty much is a sign that you're not meant to be with them. And you have to accept it and have some self love and say, you know what? There's somebody out there for me. Let me go find them. Witches have been doing this for years. It used to not be necessary, but I don't know if y'all ever. I think I'm gonna watch that movie tonight too. I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie called Practical Magic, and if y'all remember, Sally did a love spell to bring her true love to her, and it manifested as that cop. It is what it is. A lot of these men are literally like Jimmy Angel Love in the movie Practical Magic, and you literally sicken the people that you're dealing with. It's a sickening feeling, and then you're trying to create confusion. You're lying. You know that woman doesn't want to be with you. You're saying she does want to be with me, so now you're trying to create confusion and pain and suffering. You don't deserve love. You'll probably never have it. You're gonna die alone. No, you can't wait and make no woman want you. Mm-mm. Best thing for you to do is just move on and leave that woman alone. Don't talk to her. Don't look at her. Stay off of her social media. Don't even look at her. If you feel in that type of way for whatever reason. Because I done seen people try to get people to love them just for social media purposes. That's that, your heart is dying. You like Ray J, only 25% of your heart is even working. And there's work for that. You think that God and spirit didn't have a plan for people like you? What are we all supposed? The whole world supposed to be miserable? What are you trying to go viral with it? No, you'll never go viral with that mess. Stop it. Okay, it just ain't gonna happen. Okay.
Bad Bunny not your thing, then you may have hopped on over to watch Kid Rock's alternative, unofficial Super Bowl.
It just is what it is. Especially if she an empath You know, I know ways and tricks. I've had women call me and they're like, "Oh my God, he's stalking me again." Boy, I whipped together that mixture of herbs because it's sickening. It feels sickening. It feels very sickening. It feels like it doesn't feel like love. I'm down in the garage, y'all. It doesn't feel like love. Feels like death. Feels like you're being smothered. Feels like it doesn't feel good at all. I put together that mixture of herb. Ooh, my goodness gracious. Fuck you up. Have you crying. And I'll ask my client, you feeling better? Yes, thank you so much. You know, and it sucks. You know, in the last decade, witchcraft has actually become more popular. And unfortunately, this is the result of that. Yeah, he is. And he's young. That's crazy. If he has a pacemaker, he should be okay, though. Those pacemakers are pretty good technology for the heart. He probably needs a transplant. I didn't even know that a kid from Kid and Play had a heart transplant. I didn't even know that. I was like, wow. And he looks very different. He looks very different. Like, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, man. Go be genuine. Go do something real. You know what I'm saying? You can fake create love and even get somebody to have sex with you, but that doesn't mean that person loves you. Trust me, the heart is going to find what it wants and what it's meant to be with. And if you're not that, then you need to just accept it. You know what I mean? You don't have a choice. Oh, he's 61. I was looking at a video about the very first heart transplant and the doctor that invented it. And the first recipient of a heart transplant was actually a black woman. She passed away a few years ago, but she lived a long time with that heart because the body just wants to reject a foreign heart. It doesn't want it. So there's all sorts of medications that you have to be on and stuff to get a heart transplant. hmm And the first way to start taking care of your heart is not doing fake love spells to try to make somebody want you. Get real love in your life. Stop causing a ruckus. You know what I mean? So, anywho, otherwise, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you got a man that won't let you go, valerian root, valerian root. Okay, if he don't want to let you go, you got to know what to do with it. Okay, you can make a protection talisman with it. You know what I'm saying? You can do all sorts of stuff with it, but you and it just is what it is. And no man should be running around here crying over a woman. Don't nobody want to hear it. No, hey, stop your whining because no one cares. And trust me, I'm somebody that's had two or three men at the same time. And they were in social media, but boy, they sure were. I'm like, goodness gracious, what in the world? Like, oh, y'all in a nightmare, ain't you? Goodness gracious. Ooh. But anywho, and there's a spell for that. There's protection for that. There's protection for that. What do you think this is? Anywho, that's pretty much it. Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up because this is real talk and real valuable information that people need to know. Otherwise, you can spend 10, 20, 30 years of your life. I don't see how people do it. Just sit and let years and years of their life just go by. I mean, I understand being single because I've been single before because I knew the right one was out there for me. And it's weird because I saw him in the distance years ago and I could really, really get a good, clear picture of him. I lost sight of him for a while because of the stuff I was dealing with. But, if you're not it, you're not it. Let the woman go. You're going to have to let her go. She's already free. She's already free of you. Straight up and down. She's free of you. She don't have to be bothered with you. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to be bothered with you. You're cantankerous and you're not the one for her and she does not have to do anything. And it's quite disgusting when especially if it's somebody that done snuck in some sex with the woman and now you want to go around trying to make her look bad and all that stuff. You're pathetic. You need to know how pathetic you are and you need to cut it out. Okay, straight up and down. It's absolutely disgusting. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go. Have a happy Tuesday, y'all. I will be seeing y'all later. Bye.